Yeah, the new
our
intro
intros are just
music.
usually like really wacky.
It's like the dun, 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 dun.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
good stuff. Where do you even find that music?
It's from an anime.
Dude,
Yeah.
sick.
It's like a really sad. It's really sad anime though.
Oh,
So
not sick.
like it made me like question life for a while after I
Oh.
finished it.
What anime was it?
It's called Your Lie in April.
You're lying, April.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you said you're lying, April.
No, it's
Like a lion
You're
named
lying.
April.
Your
April.
Lie.
Hey, my lion named
April.
April.
Not no, You're Lying April.
What up, guys?
All right, welcome.
Episode 12.
Started.
Episode 12 of the podcast. We love our awkward intros,
Yeah.
don't we? My name's Josh.
My name's Ryan.
My
and,
name's Jade.
Oh, she introduced herself.
Yes,
dude.
of course.
We got special guest Jade here today.
Here we go.
So this is our second last interview, I believe.
Yes.
Next week will be our last one. Woo! Woo! We made it.
We
Even
made
though we skipped a couple weeks.
Now you can go back and find out all the secrets about all the different
Yes.
Project One members.
Yes, exactly. All the deep, dark secrets. Deepest, darkest secrets.
Okay, just before we start though, I had a thought. Right?
Okay,
We
what's
should
your thought?
probably like intro the podcast in like some sort of semi-regular way.
Semi-regular way.
Just because I feel like, new listeners, they'll listen and then they'll be like, wait, what is this podcast about? Because we just talk about random stuff and then we're just like, all right, welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
So we need more of like a script.
Like, yeah, I feel like we can still have that random
Yeah,
intro,
yeah.
but then we'll be like, all right, welcome to the Project One podcast. Here we talk about dance, life, and everything in between. With us today, or like,
That's really
something
good.
like
I
that.
like that. That flowed
That was
well.
nice, yeah.
Continue,
nice.
please.
Mm.
I'm not going to continue.
Oh,
It's
okay,
your
this is
job
my
to do
job,
intro.
okay.
I'm the
Hey, guys.
outro guy.
Hey guys, welcome to the dance. Okay, I'm gonna screw it up.
It's
No.
not.
Hey guys, welcome to the Project One podcast. Here we talk about dance, life, and everything in between. I'm your host, Josh.
There
With
we
me
go.
hosting is
Ryan.
and we have
Boom.
a special guest today. But if we don't have a special guest, we won't say special guest.
Yeah.
I like it. Boom,
That's perfect. All right.
boom.
I'm glad we
Okay.
got that
Very
sorted
good.
on air.
So cool. Welcome, Jade. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Which dance crew do you come from?
I come. What's the name again?
Oh, no,
Project One. Yes.
She's also in
Yes.
Project One.
One of
in case you
the
didn't realize.
second oldest
Mm.
members in P1 from our crew.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Are you second oldest?
Yeah.
Not like
No,
age-wise,
like-
but like in the crew.
Oh,
longest
like as in
wise.
like being in
Yeah.
the longest. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. I get it.
Jason and me. Yeah.
There you go. Because you joined before like the rest of us joined,
Yeah.
and then Amanda and Wendy were the babies because they came in real late.
Mm.
And Andy.
And
And
Andy
Andy.
came in at the same
Oh,
time.
but he got in like same time as you.
He got in,
But then
and then
he
he didn't,
didn't
and then he
start.
came back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Is your tea really bitter, Jade?
It's a tiny bit, but it's fine.
All right, cool.
I don't drink tea.
It's fine. You don't like tea.
I don't know. It's not for me. It's alright. Like I'll drink it, but
You just haven't discovered the right tea.
Yeah.
okay. So I need to explore more tea
Yeah.
Explore more tea until the tea matches the human.
until the tea
Legit.
matches the human.
Mm.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
Cool.
Too many tangents.
All right. So, Jade, please begin by telling us how did you start dancing?
Your dance journey.
Your dance journey. Start from the very beginning.
It's not very exciting,
Oh,
but like
cool.
That's
Good.
okay. That's okay. It's probably exciting to a lot of
Like,
people.
my dad used to work with our instructor Chip
Okay.
at
The
the
studio
time.
director.
Yep.
Yeah, the studio director and owner, and so yeah, they worked together. And my Chip was like, oh yeah, like I'm starting a studio kind of thing. I've
Sick.
got like some class or whatever. And then my dad was like, oh, Jade would find that fun, and he signed
Yeah.
me up. And I didn't really know about it. Like he told me, he's like, I
I'm
signed
signing you up.
and I was like, okay. And so I went to class, and like I was really shy. I didn't say anything for so long, because like just meeting new people, being like,
Oh yeah, didn't like Jackson call you by a different
he
name?
called me like Zoe for like,
For, like, a
in
good 2
class.
terms.
But yeah, and I was like, okay.
Because she didn't say anything
and
against
I just
it.
didn't correct
Just
it
like,
because
okay,
I was
this
like,
is fine.
I don't know. Yeah, but I used to be really like shy and like kind of anxious going to class because everyone was like, well, I thought everyone was so good at
Right.
the time. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But now we're like, look back and we're like, oh my God, it was so bad. But like, now it's like, yeah. Anyway, so my dad signed me up, and then, yeah, I just stayed.
Sick.
Nice.
Was-
But
what did-
since then, it's not just been
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just enrolled.
I'm just
I'll
like,
keep going.
I guess my dad keeps enrolling.
Yeah, no.
I have to keep going because he wants me to.
Yeah, no, I like found passion for it. So
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Mm.
When do you think you found passion? What was it that clicked with you?
Yeah.
I think like a bit of my competitiveness was like I want to compete, even though
Jade
Like-
has the most competitive like
She has a competitive
personality.
side. Like, if you've ever played werewolf with her, you know.
Oh,
God.
dude,
It's
you're
like-
in for a completely different
she
person
switches.
at werewolf.
She switches like
Complete-
that. It's
she loses
honestly, like,
all
pretty
like
impressive.
like she becomes completely confident,
Yeah.
just aggressive, just so
I need that in my dance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
But,
think
like-
it's also funny because like at crew competitions or something, like if something happens and like you're like, oh my god, they said that thing or they did that thing to our crew.
She's
All
ready
right,
to
let's
fight.
show them.
She's ready to fight.
yeah. So I think
Yeah.
that's maybe like what made me want to go for a crew. I don't
Right.
really know why. I think it was just like the next thing I wanted to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like there was about, I think there was just kind of one class I was doing
Yep.
1 hour a week.
Yep.
Hip hop. That was
The
it.
class that we all did.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only really class we had.
And the class we recommend for
Yeah, it
anyone.
was
who
great
Yeah,
wants
class.
still recommend, but
100%.
yeah, not more knowledge now and everything, but
So
Yeah.
much more classes.
yeah, so many more classes. But yeah, so I started doing that, and then I don't know, I was just like, oh, there's a crew, they compete,
Woo!
Right.
let's
so
go.
it's-
And then when I started like doing that and just I don't know, seeing people like freestyle, I was like, that's really cool. I want to
Yeah.
do that.
mm,
Yeah,
mm.
but
The
also
next
my
step.
little sister was also like competitive dancing.
Yeah.
She was a different type of competitive dancing,
Yeah,
wasn't she?
before me, and she's my younger sister, and I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, she's still taller than you.
Yeah, she's very much taller than me. She's very tall. She's a tall girl.
Tall
Anyway,
girl.
I didn't get that gene.
I didn't get that. Anyway.
At least I got to go to America and she did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
right.
She came with us.
She did. She got
She
a free
did. She came
trip.
to support you.
She
I
watches
just-
this channel. I love you so
Oh,
much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Cute.
Oh, that's funny. I'm so sorry.
No.
You just roasted her.
No,
So
that's
mean.
okay. Not everyone has to go to America.
Okay, anyway.
But yeah, so like, this is kind of like you did the class, you naturally took the next step into the crew, started freestyling as well, and then kind of how did you fit into or take, not take, but how did you, I guess, find some styles that you were like, oh, these are things that I want to pursue.
I think because we had hip hop at the start,
Mm.
and I looked up to Mal a lot as like an inspiration
Mhm.
because she's an amazing like hip hop dancer
And an
So-
amazing person.
Yes, and an amazing person. And so I really wanted to kind of, I don't know, be like her a bit. And I really like hip hop because it's so versatile as well.
Mm.
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed hip hop. I've always done that. And then I remember Izzy taught house once at
Mm.
the
Sick.
studio. Just like a one-off workshop, and I really liked that. I thought it was really cool, different, and we hadn't seen that before at PV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I thought that was really awesome. So then I started doing house, but yeah, and
We
then
did house together.
yeah, we
We
did.
for a
I
while.
did it too.
Yeah, we all did.
Reunion.
Yeah, we all did house, and then
It's because it was fresh. That was a new thing in.
yeah, it was cool. And then recently doing whacking. Yeah,
Mm. So how did you, I guess, discover whacking?
whacking.
Yeah, this is. I really want to know this.
Yeah, whacking, like, I really wanted to do because of I had like 2 knee surgeries,
Ah.
and I was
Mm.
like, this sucks. And house is so much of your legs. It's so much like leg
Yeah.
pivoting, which I couldn't do. Yeah, after my first knee surgery, that really sucked. And also hip hop, all the bouncing and rocking
Yeah.
is like really like sore on your knees.
Mm.
And so I was like, I need to try and do something with more arms. So I started doing more hip hop, like arm work, tried to like train that more. But even that's very limited. Like when go to battle or whatever, like it was really hard to like have groove because it always hurt. So yeah, I was like, I need to try a new style. And then I saw, I think like especially in COVID and just before when COVID started in that December, like just the last December, I saw like Diane at the studio,
Yeah.
another student, she was whacking, And I thought that was really cool. And then I just started looking it up, and you don't really use your legs that much. You don't have to if you don't want to. So I thought I'll give it a shot. And yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one of the moments that like I was really, I guess, impressed or had a lot of
Yeah.
admiration for you because
Yeah.
like you went through you went through like these knee surgeries, which we'll get to later.
get to later.
That's a
Mm.
it's an important
That's an
thing.
important part of Jade's journey
But
too.
then
Mm.
through that, you just like kept going. You, even though you were, you know, injured, you
Yeah.
were restricted completely. You were like, all right, what else can I do?
Yeah, I feel like you know, a lot of dancers, like when they have an injury or something, they'll stop for like a good amount of time until they're healed. And yes, that's totally fine. And you know, like you can get the rest you need when you're better, come back, you know, and get back into it. But yeah, I really liked how Jade kind of said, all right, if I can't do this, I'm gonna compromise and figure something else out, which was whacking for Jade. So if she couldn't use her legs, she's gonna use her arms.
Mm.
All right. So yeah, I definitely saw that and I was like, damn, she's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty hard when you're injured.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And I guess Jason really knows that, like,
Yes.
as well.
Both you and him have been
Yeah.
injured
We
multiple
talked
times.
about that a little bit with Jason, not
Yeah.
that much. I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
could have gone a bit
We could've
deeper
gone a
into
little
that.
bit deeper in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll talk about your injury now. So I guess walk us through the process of how it happened the first time and then the second time.
Oh my God.
Or I guess just your whole journey through the first time, the recovery, and then, you know.
Yeah. I think like the first time it happened was like August 2018, and then I had
Wow,
my
it's that long ago.
surgery
Yeah.
in October 2018.
Yeah.
But like it feels like that was so long ago, but the healing process takes a very long time because they first told me you could be good in the next like 12 weeks or something.
Right.
And maybe for a normal person, if you're like, you know, like you might go to the gym, you might go have an office, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, job or whatever.
Something not as demanding as
Not
dance.
as demanding as dance. You can focus on other parts of your body or whatever. Or just like going for walks. I could definitely walk within 12 weeks and maybe even a little bit of running, but definitely like the amount that dance like asks of your body.
Yeah. And
It's
especially
too
at that
much.
time as well, right? Because
Yeah.
that was Worlds
Yeah, so we
Oh yeah.
the first time.
yeah, so I found out just before I hurt myself just before we went to Worlds. And so I was really upset because that was our first time
Yep.
going to
Yep.
Worlds.
Yeah.
And we came fourth, and then the first people couldn't make it, so we got invited to go to Worlds.
Yes.
And so I was really upset because I didn't think that I'd be able to go, and my parents were saying, we don't think you'll be able to dance.
Yeah.
Which made me cry all the time. But I was so upset about
Big
it. But
sad.
the surgeon, like I had an appointment with the surgeon, and he said, you can have the surgery now or you can have it after Worlds.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what's the risk if I just dance on it? And he said, like, it could be really bad. Like,
Yeah.
it could make it a lot worse. Or you can continuously go to the physio and just, like, make modifications in the routine.
Yeah. And try and
Go to Worlds, come back, get it done. And that's what I ended
Bada
up
bang,
doing.
we did that.
Yeah.
We did that.
Because at
She
the
did that.
time, I thought this could be the only time I ever go to Worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like one of those don't want to miss out opportunities.
Yeah, this could be like
Once in
one
a
in a
lifetime.
lifetime. Had no idea that it could go back again. So I
And
was
we
like,
did that too.
yes. Yeah, but it was the right decision for me, but I don't recommend like going and pushing it and then ruining your knee forever because it's your life versus maybe one event.
Yeah.
But it was right for me to do that because I was going to the physio a lot and it was
Yeah.
getting stronger. I just couldn't do all the tricks. So
Yep.
we modified it. I remember the night before at like 1 a.m. before semis,
Yeah.
we changed it because I just couldn't make the what do we do?
The swipe
The
cannon.
swipe
Swipe.
cannon in time, yeah.
Yeah.
So we changed that. But yeah, I went back, got
We
the
still did it.
surgery, and then I was properly dancing back July 2019.
Sweet.
Right. Wow. So it's a long process.
It's
Yeah,
a
to
long
process.
recovery.
It was almost like a whole year.
Yeah.
I want to rewind for a second to back to actually the competition. which one of the like things that people don't know is like, you know, that trick that Jade does where she jumps up and we catch her
Yep.
and then like she lands. Every time she did that, I was like so scared.
Oh.
Just like every time she landed, because we had to let go and let her land by herself. And just because of her knee injury and everything. But like she put in the work. So by the time we were on stage, I was like, I had complete trust and complete faith.
Yeah.
So it's, I guess it was for you, I guess the crew, how did they kind of play a role in your recovery?
Everyone was so helpful. Like, I thank like P1 so much for being there for me during, after, like just during the whole process, both times. I think the first time was really like kind of, I don't know, it wasn't really known to anyone really what to do. I didn't know what to
Yeah.
do. I don't think Chip really knew what to do. I
Because
don't
it
think-
was the biggest injury.
and you guys didn't really know either as well, like just what to do, because I felt obviously like there's a lot of like we have, I don't know what I'm saying, but like we all have to like yes, let's go to training, let's train,
But we can't
let's
push
do
you.
fitness, let's push, let's go, let's challenge ourselves. But I feel like we've had a bit of a shift from that now. Like we've been like, yes, let's train, but let's look after ourselves as well.
Yes,
I think
yeah.
we've definitely had a shift as a crew, because I felt like a lot of pressure to do the fitness and like do everything and still be getting my leg strength up and everything. But you can't, like when you're injured, you just can't. You just have to let it heal. Yeah. But everyone was so supportive, I think, because it was just taking so long. I was getting more frustrated, but I think the second time around I wasn't as frustrated because I know how it is. And just like I think everyone was a lot better, just like just sit out or like just do something else.
Yeah.
Just you don't have to push
Modify it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that like I think we've had that kind of shift, because it can definitely prevent more injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I think the biggest thing for you is like you were proactively trying to do something else or improve yourself in some way. Because
There was never a moment where Jay was just like sitting out.
yeah, you weren't just like, oh, my injury. Okay, that's it. You know?
It was
I
like,
feel
oh, my injury. Okay, I'll do something else.
Yeah, like a lot of people can use it as an out or an excuse. Like
Yeah.
even if they just want to take a break, like I feel like for you, if you wanted to take a break, you would just be
would've,
like, hey, I'm going to take a break.
Mm.
But you know, all the other times you would just be like we wouldn't even have to say anything, or Chip wouldn't have to say anything to you. Like when we were doing fitness, doing squats or something, you'd be like, all right, I guess I'll do push-ups then. You know, you would just do it. You would
Yeah.
just proactively try and change something.
And you'd see Jade every single training session in the corner doing her exercises.
Yeah,
that her
yeah.
physio said her, and she was just trying
Yeah.
to get that strength back.
Yeah.
And I'd look at her and be like, "Go Jade, go Jade, go Jade,
It was honestly
get
like,
better."
it was kind of inspiring to me
Yeah,
as well.
100%.
Just like in the training, because I was like, if she's working this hard
And
while
she's
she's injured, I'm like,
I'm not injured. I
so
need to work
lucky.
harder.
I gotta, yeah, exactly.
Mm.
So yeah, it was it was really inspiring, really
Yeah.
interesting
100%.
to see how you push through it.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. I mean, it does really affect your mental health as
Yeah.
well. Like
That
I've
was
talked
that
to
was another question I was going to ask, is what sort of effect did it have on you mentally?
well,
'Cause
yeah,
we know about the whole physical, about not being able to,
yeah,
do things with that part of your body, but it's also a mental process that can,
mm,
um it can have a major effect on it, because you're missing out on something that you love,
mm.
and like,
Well, yeah,
having to sit there and watch us do it. So how did that sort of affect you, and what did you do to overcome that?
Yeah. Well, it's really hard on your mental health. I was talking to Jason about this as well, because you can seem like, I don't know, sitting out even for one training session. I guess if you guys did it, like it's really hard, because you're like, I want to dance. Like that's why you're there, to dance. And so when you go from doing something maybe like 10 to 20 hours a week,
Yeah.
and then nothing at all,
Yeah.
it's really hard. And
It's such a
not
dramatic
just
change.
yeah, it's not just dance as well. Like I couldn't work anymore at the
Yeah.
restaurant, so also that, and then also like at school, just so many
Yeah.
things you can't participate in. And but yeah, the biggest thing is just your mentality of it as well, because you can't like think about it too much. You just have to like
Just deal
give
with
it time.
Yeah, and just maybe take it as a good way just to relax. I guess kind of how COVID has just kind of like let you relax and like reflect and like think about other things
Yeah.
rather than just dancing all the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely made me appreciate dance more. And so, yeah, when I came back after the first surgery, I was like, I want to like dance and
You were
don't
going
take
for
any
it.
training session like for granted,
Yeah.
really. Like even now I'm dancing again, like I feel like I have I'm a lot more hungry than I ever was before the surgery. So it's like definitely you got to like think of the positives, because if you only think about this sucks, like you're
Yeah.
going to just get really depressed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
It's well, that's like the only way you can really think about it is if you're just doing nothing, and of course you're gonna get upset. So
So
it's good.
the second injury actually, so the first injury happened because you were doing a kip up, right?
Yeah,
That
the
move?
kick
Oh
up.
yeah.
But it's like
I think that's what it was.
you think that, yeah,
That's what like the thing that like flared it up.
it might have been that combined with
Yeah.
a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like in that move, you're lying on the ground and then you push and kick yourself up to standing.
Yeah.
And then as you were doing that, since there was no kind of like floor, so you kicked past where your leg could go.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't
I-
know. I heard that from
What
someone.
Yeah.
what I thought happened was you did it, your knee kind of like landed awkwardly,
Right.
and like you continued going up just because you wanted to.
I guess
get
we
up.
should ask Jade
Yeah,
instead
like-
of speculating.
I'm like, interesting. Yeah.
This is what I thought.
I agree.
No, so well, we had training session, and then afterwards I was just training kick ups because I couldn't get it, and I really wanted to because it's a cool move.
You were by
And-
yourself too, weren't you?
Yeah. Oh no, I was with people. Like I was in the studio and I was asking for advice, and people were helping me,
Yeah.
but I was just doing it, and then I went home, went to sleep, woke up the next day, my knee was just sore.
It was like
Oh,
So
right.
it wasn't an instant moment
Right.
where I was like, ow, my knee. It was just, I didn't even feel anything. And then the next day it was sore. And it continued like that and got worse for the next few days.
Mm,
And then at training, I kept dancing.
yeah. And then that's when
Well, yeah, I was
it
just
got
like,
really
your
bad.
knee was like, please
Yeah.
stop.
yeah. And then I think everyone remembers like we had a move in our routine where we like jump out, you put all your weight,
Oh,
and then I
dude.
just like, yeah.
She just kind of like collapsed and was like, ow.
Yes, very much hurt. And yeah, so that's when I went and was like, this is injured. Yeah. Because it was the last training sessions before Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the difference between you and Jason was your injury kind of like came out of nowhere and was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
When did this happen? Whereas like Jason's was like, bam, in your face. We know what happened. Bang.
It's
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of crazy
Popped
because
out,
Jason's was
instantaneous.
also live streamed at a battle with
Yeah.
a bunch of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone saw him.
And he's like, oh my God.
There's
that video
photos,
still, like,
videos,
gives me-
everything.
Yeah. They're
You just
awful.
hear him be
Even
like, my
there's
knee,
even a
my
video
knee.
of the second time, and
Yeah.
you see it as well. and
Second
it's
time's pretty
ugh.
bad.
I was filming that, yeah. I was filming him dancing and then just seeing that. And it's like, it's,
I don't know if I want to put the video on here just for
Nah,
everyone watching.
no.
It's yeah.
it's pretty bad.
If you want to, I think it's on Jason's
It's on Jason's Instagram somewhere.
Instagram or something. Yeah.
It's a video
Yeah.
somewhere.
But
He puts
posted it
he puts a warning
recently.
up, I think, as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
it's crazy. I wasn't there for like that training session.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, okay.
I don't know
yeah.
where I was, but
Yeah.
yeah, I heard it and I was like, no,
It
no.
hurt. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, the second time you actually did it.
Yeah, the second time, the most frustrating thing was it really wasn't long after I just recovered, because probably fully recovered by like July 2019. And then I injured it again like October.
This is your other knee.
My other knee. Yeah.
the one that was still good
Yeah. My good knee
Yeah.
became my bad knee. And then my bad knee was
came
my
the
good
really bad.
Yeah.
was my good knee. Like it was so frustrating. But it was only like a few months after July, August, like yeah.
Yeah.
And like 3-4
long.
months
Not long.
after I was back like at a like battling and everything again, competing again. So that was really, really frustrating.
Yeah.
But that was an instant thing.
Right.
That was yeah, the W sit.
Oh.
We were just recapping the routine for like some weekend event. It wasn't anything important at all. And then I just hesitated a little bit because I
Yeah.
didn't know whether to like, because we were marking it.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether to like go down or just
All
like,
the way. Right.
yeah, or just like, I don't know, I just hesitated and then went down. Yeah. I felt it instantly.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was like some of those moves. I feel like it's like it's really important that we either commit or we don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no in
Exactly.
between because that's how we get injured.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially with that WC. Like I remember because, I was always able to sit in that normally because I did locking and
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
I
You
learned
trained
like
that a lot.
I trained a lot. So, and then seeing other people struggling to get into it, I was like, man, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, I didn't realize how like awkward that position
Yeah.
is, that it's like really easy to injure yourself. So it's
Yeah.
important that you probably stretch and stuff before. So
But the thing was, we'd done it a million times.
Yeah,
Like, it was
exactly.
Yeah.
afterwards. It was after
Yeah.
everything.
and you thought
Yeah.
everything was still good. So
Yeah.
it's just a little bit of a hesitation.
Yeah.
It's weird. The smallest thing.
The
Can,
tiniest.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Josh is like jumping around, like
Yeah.
doing all this weird like stuff, and I'm like, oh my
Hey,
god.
it came back to bite me once, bro. It came to bite me once when I
Yeah.
dislocated my shoulder. Okay?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
popped straight back from that. Like that did not take me long to recover. I was good.
Yeah.
All right, rub it in her face
Yeah,
more. Yeah, man.
legit. Thanks.
No.
And then I just like awkwardly like do something, and I'm like, okay, 8 months. Bye.
Oh.
No, it's fine.
So I guess like, because how did you feel in that moment? Because you knew, right?
Yeah, I knew something was wrong straight away
Yeah.
because I kept doing the routine, but it didn't hurt. And then afterwards, when I stepped, it really hurt. And then I sat out and was icing it, and I was like, surely not.
Yeah.
Surely not. But then, yeah, it was so sore within the next hour. I couldn't walk on it. So, yeah, I knew then, and that was really heartbreaking.
Yeah.
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 Because I called my parents, and I was like,
It's happening again.
yeah. I don't know if it's a genetic
So
thing
was it?
or what.
It was
Right.
tendon, wasn't it?
No, it's my meniscus.
Meniscus.
It's
Yeah.
not.
We're just saying
couldn't-
these
I
things. What
couldn't-
is this, right?
Yeah.
I actually couldn't
It
remember
was
what
like-
it was that you did to your meniscus. Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
pretty bad as well. Like if you mess up your meniscus, it's pretty.
Yeah,
it's
because
a good
it's
recovery
it's
time.
not a muscle. It's not a tendon. It's like it's the part in between the bones, like this. It's that part in between that
Ooh,
like
yeah.
stops the bones
Stops
from
rubbing
like
and grinding.
yeah. So it's
really
really
uncomfortable.
important. It's
Yeah.
elastic, I think, a little bit.
It's-
I'm not
it's-
sure.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I didn't really want to know. It grosses me out. But it's like, yeah, it's really important.
So
and
you
it's-
tore that pretty much.
Yeah, I tore it on
Yeah.
the right side, and then I did the exact same thing on the left
Ah,
side. But it was a
yeah.
lot worse on the left side.
Right.
Yeah, surprisingly, it was a lot worse.
There you go.
But
So I guess it could have been something,
yeah.
genetic that was just activated
Weak
by.
meniscus.
Well, I
things.
asked the physio. I said,
Yeah.
"Is this a genetic thing?" And she said, "I've never heard of that." And I was
Oh,
like, "Okay."
Okay.
Maybe
Well,
at
I don't
first.
know.
It's just
I just feel like
speculation.
it's really odd because she
Right.
said it's quite it's an odd kind of
It's not an easy injury to have.
No, it's
to
not like a
have.
common injury.
Mm.
And then, well, like for footy players, it can be.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not a footy player.
Oh, really?
yeah. Yeah, so
Sorry,
I don't know
Josh.
why this
Oh
has happened twice.
really?
Yeah. It's like when I heard like that it happened twice.
Yeah.
That was kind of, yeah. It was.
Because you
Something's
did your first one and then you did your other leg and you were like, is it meniscus again? I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
What even is a
I was like,
meniscus?
how are you so unlucky?
Legit, I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, I just have to be extra careful because I think there's
Yeah.
something wrong with them.
There is something wrong
Yeah.
with my knees. Although
Yeah.
they're pretty low. Pretty
They are
knees.
low. I
We-
think they're oddly low, like just
Like-
proportionately
She
low.
has really low knees.
You can
like,
see
her
in some of
legs.
like our past videos, there's jokes about how low Jade's knees are.
Legit, I think
Because she wears her knee pads and they look like shin pads.
Yeah.
Okay, there was this one video. I think it was like the day one of the HHI vlog. Like, it was footage of us in training just before we left.
Yep.
And Jade's knee pads are low here. And so I just put the text like, wow, Jade's knees are so low.
Was
because
that
it,
before?
yeah. I think so, yeah.
Oh my God.
And it looks like, because your knee pads are down here, it looks like
Yeah.
your knees are that low.
Like shin pads there.
It was like,
That's so funny.
Such low knees.
Yeah, no. My sister is always like, your knees are low.
no.
But then I look at her
You got
knees. I'm
them,
like,
like-
I think your knees
Your
are
knees
low
are low.
too.
The length between your knee and like your hip is so much longer than the length between your knee
It
and your foot.
is.
Mm.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
But I guess, yeah.
Little legs.
Yes, little legs.
Did you learn a lot about your own body through
Mm.
this
Yeah.
injuries?
Yeah, definitely. Learn about how much you use different parts of your legs.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Like the most painful thing, Jason will know as well, like after the surgery, and just like learning to like, you're like kind of learning to walk again.
Yeah.
Really, because you really got to focus on like your heel, then your like
Right.
toes or whatever, and
It's
you're
not just automatic.
no, and you can feel everything, and you can feel how it like
Yeah.
yeah,
This makes
so-
me uncomfortable.
yeah. Well, it
No.
made me
Imagine how she
uncomfortable.
would be.
Yeah, no, it was terrible, but yeah, it's fine now. Really, like it's still my
Mm,
left is still a little bit yeah, it's still getting there.
right.
Definitely couldn't jump into a W sit, but
Yeah.
yeah,
You wanna try it?
Right now,
Definitely
on
not.
live on the podcast.
Live on the
definitely
podcast.
not.
I think like yeah, because even yesterday I saw you like go down, like squat down and then like stand up from like with your legs completely bent, and I was like, yo, she's made so much progress. I was like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, because
Yeah.
when you do things like that, you just gotta really like think like,
Mm.
okay, like I
Be
don't know.
aware of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, you have to
100%.
like really like pull your core in and like okay,
Not
like
just rely on your knee strength.
yeah, you can't just
Your
like
whole body
stand
can
up. You
Yeah.
gotta think like okay, activate like this muscle, this muscle, this muscle,
Right,
this
yeah.
muscle, and then like be really like steady and do it.
Mm,
But
mm.
yeah.
Do you think that has helped you in dance though?
Mm,
Like going through all this stuff, do you think it's helped you?
yeah, I think I have a lot more like when I do
Resilience.
yeah. Yeah.
You have a lot of resilience.
A
No
lot
matter
more
what.
like
No
confidence
matter what
in
happens,
my
you're still like,
body.
yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
confidence.
confidence in my body, and like, cause now I'm really like happy with my right leg.
Yeah.
Mm,
I trust it a lot.
that's good.
Good old Ray.
Yeah, good knee, good knee. Yes, but yeah, I think it's helped me like understand my legs and like how I can move as well.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Mm.
Awesome.
That's,
No, that's really
good.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your journey has definitely been not a boring one, Jade,
Thank you.
at all. So what do you want to achieve in the future?
Like moving forward from this.
Moving forward from this, what's your goals?
I think just like strengthening my body more.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
sometimes not even about strength though at all. Like we do strengthen our bodies to prevent
Mm.
injuries, and we stretch and everything. But sometimes things just happen. Like
Yeah.
when the second injury, I was definitely like in my fittest state.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. After Worlds, we'd stretched, we'd done everything kind of right. But yeah, you just gotta always be thinking as well. You can't just go into autopilot
Mm.
because
Yeah.
that's when that injury just happened when I wasn't really thinking enough about it. So just
Just
thinking,
being aware.
yeah, being aware, thinking more in the future, and just yeah, I'm really enjoying whacking. So hopefully,
That's really dope.
yeah,
Dope.
making
Awesome.
that better.
Yeah, seeing your progress. Yeah, honestly, like your whole journey has been really, really inspiring
Yeah.
to watch.
100%.
And I think the main thing like throughout it is like that's been the consistent is your, I guess your passion and to keep pushing
Your
and
drive to keep
your
going.
drive. Yeah,
Mm.
because you know I saw you going through it all, and like I saw how sad and like
Mm,
how unhappy you were
mm,
during those times. And yeah, it was like really disheartening. But then seeing you just like push through
mm,
and like just come out the other side even stronger, I was like, I don't like I didn't do any of that. Like that's all her, and like
mm.
it was just so inspiring to me. Just seeing
Just makes you want
seeing
to do that.
yeah.
I'm sure you guys would do the exact same. It's something that you love, and then yeah,
You
Touch
just
wood, we
keep
don't
going.
have to.
yeah,
Yes.
Touch wood,
Yeah.
we don't have to.
yeah. Touch wood.
I'm touching wood as well.
Mm.
But yeah. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing,
Yeah.
Jade,
Thanks, guys.
And thank
Little
you for
bit of
pushing through.
insight into your journey.
Mm.
That's cool
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
though. Yeah. Well, I think it's time for some lightning round questions.
Don't we do what music are you listening to before?
Do we? I mean, it doesn't really matter.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
I mean, if we're just in.
Okay, well, I guess we're doing
Lightning round
Okay,
question
okay.
now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
All right.
First,
lightning questions.
lightning
Quickly but
questions.
goodly.
Here we
Answer
go.
them quick.
Quickly
Yes.
but goodly. Here we go. Top 3 talents.
Top 3 talents.
Top 3 talents.
Dance, dance, dance,
I just realized I have 2 talent questions in here. Whoops.
Oh.
Go. Dance, dance.
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 Sweet. Awesome.
Sick. I would say dance. Pushing through and competitiveness.
Awesome.
Yes.
Werewolf.
Thank
That's
you.
your talent.
Well,
Yes, werewolf.
I think you have a very strategic
Yeah.
mind.
Okay, cool. Thank
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Next
You.
one.
Board games, yes.
Oh,
That's
me.
you, man. That's
Something
you.
you want to achieve this year.
Being a better cook.
Ooh.
There you go.
Mm.
Well, favorite dance style?
Whacking at the moment.
Sweet.
What's your favorite food?
Sushi
Oh.
and ice cream.
Dude, we haven't had sushi in so long.
I know.
Oh my. Okay,
you guys
sorry.
used to get sushi.
We
a
used
lot,
to get
right?
sushi
Yeah.
every single time we got off the bus. So we'd meet
Legit.
at the bus interchange in Civic.
Go
Yeah.
to Macca's.
Go to Macca's.
Get a frozen
Get a
Coke.
frozen Coke. Go to sushi and get sushi rolls. And that was
Wow.
our
Best.
every.
I guess you guys don't
afternoon
have to
that we
ride
did.
buses anymore. So
No.
We have our own license. That's when it started stopping. When Jade got a
Yeah.
license, and I was like,
Oh.
I don't know a person to get sushi with.
you still got 2 frozen Cokes though. Like,
Yeah.
so
I was like,
So sad. No.
all right. Wait, what is it? Yeah.
Oh,
you
it's me.
are- No, it's
Okay.
me. It's me.
Oh, it's
Superpower.
you.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why?
Transportation. Like
tele-
teleportation.
transportation. I wish I could get on a
I wish
bus.
I could move.
I wish I could walk.
I wish I
could-
could. No, wait.
I wish
my
I could
knees
drive.
could work.
Oh, no. Wait,
That's funny.
teleportation. Just
Transport.
because, yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be cool.
Just
Speed.
because it's awesome.
Yeah,
Also
I can just
because
get
you live
places.
far away, so
Yes.
So she wouldn't have
legit.
to catch a flight every time.
every time she comes to the studio.
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct.
Guys, I moved closer. Legit.
Oh, me next. I keep
Yes.
forgetting. Okay. Who did you dislike the most when you first joined P1?
I'm gonna say Josh, but like literally just because he would not swap lines when the teacher said swap lines,
Dude,
and I don't know why.
was leveling
I
up.
don't know
Okay,
why. I was just
you're
like,
lacking.
why are you different to anyone else here?
Because I was short. Okay, and now I'm not, so I have to be at the back. All right.
That's actually fair.
All right. One skill you want to master.
Sorry?
One skill you want to master.
Dance.
Okay. Awesome.
What's one thing that you're doing right now that you think everyone should try?
I think like at least one point in your life, like work in hospitality.
Cool.
It will give you a different insight on
Perspective.
yeah, like going to a restaurant or just ordering food and dealing with people. Yeah.
Yeah, some like how some people treat waiters.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, it irks
Karens,
me.
dude.
Like,
Yeah.
if
The
you,
Karens and Becky's.
you is that a new thing? I
That's a
didn't.
new thing, is it?
Haven't heard
I've
that.
heard
Becky?
Karens and Kevin's.
Oh, what about Bob's and Becky's?
Becky and Bob. Karen and Kevin and Becky and Bob. There you go.
But like, you can usually tell. Like, I can usually tell if I'm gonna like a person based on how they treat a waiter.
Yeah.
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 I feel like I learned that as well with like cashiers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Mm.
Like when I used to work at Coles,
Mm.
and like it's such a tiring job having to like pay attention to scanning stuff and not getting their stuff wrong and keeping a conversation with people who don't want to keep a conversation.
Yeah.
And like they literally like give you one word answer, say like cool.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
treat people
Just
with
treat people with
kindness.
respect.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Just-
You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what their story
Especially
is.
people working. Like, even though they're working, like they're still humans.
They're still human.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not, they don't have to serve you like a servant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just being
Get
nice
your
to peop-
own milk, Karen.
Yeah. Just being nice to people. Yeah.
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 For sure.
All right. How tall are you?
I'm 5'1", I think.
Yo, that's okay.
Her face right before
I
she
think I'm
answered,
like
she looked at. Oh my god.
156 centimeters.
166.
156.
56. And I am 6'2".
Yes.
So
What are
I'm
you?
I actually don't know my height.
You need to measure, bro. I
I
feel like
do.
you'd be like 6.
Or just
Maybe
under?
6.
Just under 6.
Maybe.
No, I think 6.
6 foot.
Because you're not that shorter than me. Rob's
Mm.
gotten close to me now. And I'm
Yeah.
like, are you going to be
I
tall
want to
now?
stop growing. Like
So do I. I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of being.
Mm.
I'm sick of growing. Cool.
Okay. What's the best dish you can make?
Pasta.
Oh, that's okay. That's good.
Have you
Legit,
m-
just pasta.
What's like what type of pasta though?
Like a bolognese pasta,
Mm,
you know?
So like a-
spaghetti.
like spaghetti.
but
Have
I
you
use
ma-
spirals. I don't use the spaghetti.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next question. Have you made spaghetti this week?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
On the
Sweet.
weekend.
You know, like it's pasta is so cheap.
It is. It's
So-
cheap. It's easy
Cheap,
to make.
So
easy to
good
make.
for you. You can pack so many veggies
and
in
it's
there.
filling.
Mm.
It's filling.
Filling.
Tastes good.
Have you ever made like? Have you tried pesto pasta? Have you tried
Yeah, I made
Yes.
pesto
making
pasta.
pasta salad? That's a thing.
Pasta salad's
Yeah.
good. Pasta is
You just
delicious.
can't pack as
Man,
many
I feel
veggies
like
in there.
pasta
Right.
salad. No jokes. Pho. Pho is where it's at.
We always get pho
We always get
after
pho
this.
after
This
this.
is like our tradition.
Yes, and we've already organised. We're going again.
And last question: what are your social medias so people can find you?
I have I think it's just Jade Schmutter on Insta.
Check that.
Jade dot, or is it just no?
I think it's just Jade
Jade
Schmutter.
Schmutter.
And then Facebook Jade Schmutter. I think that's it.
Sweet.
That's it.
Awesome.
TikTok, I think it's just Jade Schmutter. I don't know.
And on
Pretty
MySpace,
simple.
Jade Schmutto. And
Yeah,
and
just anywhere.
Spotify,
Anywhere.
Jade
I
Schmutter.
reckon that's a good name because you can just claim it anywhere, right?
Yeah.
no one's gonna have Jade Schmutter.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
one. Yeah. It's
Sweet.
pretty
Like
good
sometimes
that.
I'm like Ryan Telfer, and people have that.
People have
already.
that name. Same with
Really?
Josh Page.
Yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
Josh. There's 2 Josh Pages at my work.
There's
Really?
I'm Josh Page 2.
serious.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Is Page? Are they both spelled P-A-G?
Yes, the exact same.
Wow.
So I'm Josh Page 2.
You're the second one.
I'm the second one
Why aren't you
Wow.
the first one?
because I wasn't there first.
Well, you gotta be the alpha. You
Yeah.
gotta take
So I'll
over
just
the
take
spot
Josh Page
first.
1 out. And
You
just,
gotta
just
make-
remove
you
him
gotta
from the
fire him.
situation.
You gotta move your
Get
smooth
up,
your way up
fire
the
him,
career ladder.
claim my name.
So you can fire
Claim
him.
my name.
And that's the only
There could
reason
only
you
be
wanna.
one.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Damn.
oh, I was gonna say something else. No, never mind. Just go.
Pew! Lightning round question.
Oh, I realized what I was gonna say. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
There's a Ryan Telfer who's a soccer player.
Really?
Yeah, and he takes up all my Google searches. So
Aw.
So you
my
search it
goal,
up as just
my
a-
goal in life is to knock
Overtake
him.
him.
Off, Overtake him.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do
I
that.
feel sure there's like a model named Josh Page,
Yeah.
and he's like an Indian model. I think. I'm not sure.
You have to,
Overtake
yeah,
him.
overtake him.
Yeah.
That's
in the modeling industry.
in the modeling
in the
industry.
modeling industry.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll just be the next best Josh Page.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you are the best. Josh
I am the
Page.
best Josh Page.
Yes. Lightning questions.
Phew, lightning questions complete.
That's it.
Woo!
All right.
All right. Awesome.
You know what's one of my favorite things of listening to the podcast, like after Rob has edited the audio and stuff,
Yeah.
is how he does the theme for what music are we listening to? Because he always freestyles it every week,
Every week
and it's
is
just
different.
like a piano kind of thing. And last week, you know, we did like what music, and then we paused, and then we said something. So he was like, dun it. It was so good, man.
Works so well.
The little things that Rob
Little
does.
things that make it good.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. We love you, man.
We love you, man. Anyway,
Anyway,
that brings us.
that brings
to
us to what music are you listening to? Woo!
That's it.
All right.
That's
So
it.
welcome to what music you're listening to. This is the segment where we talk about what
What
music we've been listening to.
Nice, good one.
Sick.
Do you guys answer this as well?
Yes,
Yes,
we
yes.
do. So
Okay.
we can go first if you want. If you
Yeah,
need time to
okay.
bring up your Spotify.
Okay, I've been listening to the new Logic album.
Dude,
His
you
retirement
were telling me about
album.
this. Was it good?
It's so good. Like the lyricism, it's. I feel like a lot of the music or the instrumentals are inspired by a producer called Nuja Bass.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is like one of my favorite
Producers.
producers. He was like one of the main people who kind of I guess pushed forward the lo-fi genre and like
Sick.
sampling and like all the chill hip hop kind of
Cool.
that whole side.
Yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to Nuja Bass, the late and great Nuja Bass. Thank you
Yeah.
for all that you have done. But yeah, I love all the lyricism, all the messages, everything that he puts in is just crazy. I like one of his songs is called Dad Bod, and it's about how he's just like I'm just a dad now. Like I just like you guys want me to talk about all the stuff I went through in my life. My everyday life is like I just go to like Coles or something. Like I just go to the supermarket
I'm
and
no
try and
longer
get
a
like
thug.
paper towels. Yeah, it's such a dope song, such a dope album.
Sick.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, now I need to listen to it. I've been listening to, man, me and Travis Scott, dude. I've been listening to an old Travis Scott album for some reason I never listened to.
Yeah,
Birds in the Trap, Sing McKnight. That's like the album title. It's really
Yeah.
weird. Anyway, everyone just says Birds in the Trap.
right.
So yeah, I listened to all these old songs. And do you know that song? I can't remember who sings it, but it's like day and night.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Is it Kid Cudi?
Yeah.
Yeah. He makes another version of that song.
Oh,
And it's really cool. And also
'Cause
a bit
they're,
of Kendrick Lamar. Because Kendrick Lamar, man, he's feel like Kendrick Lamar's really underrated.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
underrated.
I feel like he's underrated. He deserves way more praise than he gets.
I mean, he gets a lot of praise.
Yeah.
but I think he needs more.
You think he needs
I think
more?
he needs more, dude. He's a
Bro,
really,
he's like-
really good artist.
He is. Yeah, he is a really good
He's
artist.
a really good artist.
Mm.
Like he's.
But yeah, like Money Trees, I was listening to that song
Mm,
of his, and it's a vibe.
mm.
Yeah, he's got such a like a, you know,
His flow.
no, a good flow, but like his voice is so distinct that
Yeah.
when you start singing, you're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
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 You know, like there's no one else who sounds like him.
One of the
Mm.
greats from our day
100%.
in hip hop,
100%.
Mm.
for real, and one of the like true hip hop artists.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
of
Keeps it
our
real.
generation.
Keeps it real.
But yeah.
Sweet, but that's me.
Mm. A lot of the music I've been listening to isn't really something I would dance to. Do you guys
Yes.
find that?
That's what we've noticed.
We actually talked about
Yeah,
this on
we
the
did.
podcast.
yeah. So
We
sometimes
don't
I,
listen to the same stuff we dance to.
No,
it's a completely different
definitely not.
playlist.
yeah, because a lot of the stuff I listen to, like, I know a lot of people know it's very like just
Indie.
like, indie, like kind of alternative or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been listening to a bit of old stuff, like. I don't know, I've been getting back into Sticky Fingers because I really love
Oh,
them a lot.
yes.
But then some of their stuff, I'm like, I would dance to this. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really like
Gold
Yeah.
Snafu.
yeah.
I feel like that's like.
Yeah,
kinda groovy,
definitely. And like
yeah.
I don't know why I've been listening to Australia Street just so much. I don't know.
Dude,
why.
there's a lot of good Australian artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
A
so
lot of
many.
people. Yeah.
Also underrated.
Also underrated.
Yeah, legit. And also I've been listening to Beyonce's Lemonade album again. I don't know
cool.
why. Just every time.
That's a good album. I actually
Yeah.
like Beyonce.
Such a good album. It's so intense. And every time I listen to it I get like goosebumps. It's so good.
Mm.
And then some of that I'd dance to definitely as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah. It's just changing up all the time. But
Sweet.
It's
That's-
interesting
That's the whole
how
point.
there's like albums that every few years I go back and I listen to
Mm.
again and I'm like,
Damn,
Blonde.
this is a
Still so
album.
good.
Yeah,
Blonde.
it's a good album.
Blonde. Yeah.
Yeah, by Frank. Oh.
Frank Ocean.
Ooh.
He's so good.
Another
I
good
always
artist.
listen to him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always.
yeah.
Dude, when you sung that to me and like I saved that song and I started listening to it. I was
Yeah.
like,
yes.
Just crying. Just
Every
tears.
song in that album is like,
Man,
sick.
so good.
mm.
Sometimes I go back and I listen to Our City albums and I'm like, this is my childhood.
This is my
I feel so happy.
Childhood.
It's so good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes I listen to the script. I'm like,
Oh, dung, 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 dung. Wait, that was not good at all.
wait, which
Um,
song?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know which song it is.
Oh wait, you're doing Break Even?
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my
no. Still alive.
God.
Okay, anyway.
Breathe.
So good.
Ah,
Sweet.
good stuff.
Well, that was
What music are we listening? I don't think he
listening
adds it at the
to?
end. I think just at the start. Or maybe. I don't know. You'll never
Never
know.
know. That was what music we were listening to. Awesome.
Awesome.
Great. What was that word? I was like, I tried to say cool and then great. It's like cray.
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 It's crazy.
Great.
Cray.
Great.
Great.
Awesome.
Cray.
Well, that's
Fair.
pretty much I think all of our segments for today.
That was kind of a short podcast.
How long is it?
That's only like we're only at like 47 minutes.
Dude, that felt like 2 hours.
Really?
That was so invested in that conversation.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, we can just chat about
just
like
went-
a couple other
We
things.
just went deep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
was
did go
I was
deep.
like, damn, this is like deep conversation.
We didn't
Yeah.
mess around.
Didn't mess around.
No.
Because we still have time before we can go get pho. So
That's true. What's time?
it's like 11:30,
What time is a good time to get pho?
like 12. Maybe.
Psh, any time is a good time for pho.
Oh,
Trick question.
trick
Trick
question.
question. Got you.
Do you guys ever feel like in training, Chip gives us like trick questions? You know,
Yes.
sometimes I think like really deeply about the things he says, and I'm like, what
Like,
does it
is
mean?
like, are you guys warmed up?
Am I?
Do I
What does he
say
mean?
yes? If I say yes, is he
Is he talking about?
talking about-
Am I warm inside?
like?
Do I feel happiness?
And if I say no, is he gonna make us do more fitness?
Yeah.
No, but like, I don't know. I think of like Naruto, like the anime, right?
Hmm.
And there's this one test that they do at the start with Kakashi, and then they have the 3 students, and then the challenge is to get the bell off Kakashi, and there's only one bell, and he's like, oh, whoever gets this bell will pass, everyone else will fail.
No,
But then the real challenge is about teamwork, because you can't get the bell without teamwork.
of course you can't.
So
Mm.
the real test is trying to get them to work together as a team.
And if they all get the bell, they all pass.
No, yeah, if they work together as a team, they all pass. As a team, they all pass.
Sweet.
Mm.
So yeah, I
a
think
life
about that
lesson
a
there.
lot, and then I'm like,
Can't get anywhere by yourself.
yes,
You gotta get a team.
got to work together.
Work together.
Mm.
Oh well, no, you can probably get
I
places
mean,
by
you can
yourself.
do stuff by yourself, but it's funner as a team.
Yeah, if you want to go
You're
fast,
stronger
go
is
alone.
more.
If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah. Kinja's
That's
quote
a
for you
nice
there.
one.
I don't think it's a Kinj's quote.
I thought it
think it's-
was.
Oh, is
No.
it not?
You
No.
said it was.
I think the Kinjs have said it.
Yeah. I was
Oh.
gonna
But-
say, I was like,
It's like a proverb. It's like an old. I
Team.
think it's an
From-
African proverb.
makes a lot of sense.
Mm.
Mm.
So how are you guys going, like, right now? Because I think for us, like a lot of, COVID
yeah.
restrictions have
Yeah.
eased.
Mm.
In Australia, well, there's kind
In
of
areas,
a second wave
Yeah, in areas
where we are in Canberra.
Mm.
Everyone's going okay.
We're
because
okay.
Mm.
I think there was that little
Because
scare
people
where
are
we
wearing
had, like,
masks and people are
Yeah.
staying safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aren't
Yeah.
traveling
Sanitizing.
too
No,
much.
like especially like with like in Victoria, the situation's gotten pretty bad.
Yeah,
And like
Mm.
they're
Sucks
they're kind
for-
of in a bit of a rough place right now, trying to
Mm.
figure it all out.
feel
Mm.
bad.
And I feel bad, and like it was always scary being so close to Victoria because we're only like one state in between us and them.
Mm.
That was like people did end up leaving that state
Yeah.
and did spread it to others.
Mm.
Mm.
So now like New South Wales is kind of hit a little bit of a second wave as well,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
they're getting towards a bad spot.
Yeah.
Mm.
And ACT had a scare. We had I think 2 or 3 cases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
But that
for now it's been
nothing's
okay.
come out of that.
Yeah.
as of
They
yet.
were from Melbourne.
They were from Melbourne,
Yeah.
so nothing's come
Yeah.
out of that yet. So we're all still in the clear. Everyone's still, maintaining distance
Yeah.
and sanitizing, wearing masks as well. So
Mm.
I think the big thing is like, even though it feels like, I don't know, it's gone in our state or whatever,
it's not. Yeah.
Like you still got to act as if it's still there until everywhere it's
Yeah.
gone.
Until
Yeah.
you know we know for sure that it's not a problem anymore.
Mm.
Mm.
Man, it's just so crazy how big of a thing
Yeah.
it is, you know.
Mm.
And it's when you think about it, it really only picked up at the end of last year. Like that's when it really
Mm.
started to kick in, and then it went. Woo.
I mean, I still remember hearing about it. Like,
Yeah, I remember hearing it on the news
Yeah.
the first time,
Mm.
and I think it was just in China,
Mm,
and
Mm.
like that's where everyone was like, okay, cool, and then it started going to different places,
Yeah.
and then we're like, oh,
Yeah.
and then you remember when we heard the first case in Australia, and we were like, oh,
oh
Yeah.
no, yeah,
Oh no. Yeah. That's a good thing about Australia though, is that we haven't been overall as bad.
I
Yeah.
feel like our health system's pretty good, and like
and we're far away.
we're far away from like a lot of like
Mm.
different.
Mm.
We're our own landmass. We're not connected to anything else.
yeah,
So it's kind of good in that sense that we can keep stuff out.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
And-
also like if it gets in, it doesn't leave.
And also Canberra as well.
Yeah.
Like specifically.
We're
is-
right in the center of a state. Like we're surrounded by another state. Like we don't have our own borders.
Yeah.
It's just we're this little speck.
Yeah, so we're also kind of feels isolated from
We're like the sec-
Australia.
You know what that
somehow.
reminds me of? Kind of reminds me of like Attack on Titan, like how they have
Oh,
the
the-
outer walls and then
yeah.
it goes in and in and in. We're ACT in the center.
yeah. Well, isn't that like almost why ACT was placed where it is? Or Canberra was placed where it is? Because the mountains all around us, so it kind of formed this
It's kind of a barrier.
Mm.
wall
'Cause
or
like, we
barrier.
we kind of like we're surrounded by mountains and then we're kind of in a dip,
yeah.
and that's
Mm.
just Canberra.
They couldn't decide between Sydney or
Yeah,
Melbourne.
they were trying
Yeah.
to decide on the capital.
So they're like, all right,
Somewhere
just
meet
put it
halfway.
in between.
But
Meet
then
halfway.
also somewhere along New South Wales, like whereas near Bateman's Bay or whatever,
Mm.
a part of that is ACT
Oh yeah,
because they need
For
a
real?
port
right. So it's like what?
as a state, or
ACT needs a
as the
port.
capital or whatever. Yeah, somewhere up there.
Do you
Yeah.
have? It's like it's so weird living in Canberra because everyone's like, oh yeah, Sydney, the capital of Australia. And
Yeah,
we're
You're
like
like,
no.
we actually we
Uh,
live there.
Right here. Hello.
And yeah, so many people don't know about Canberra.
No.
Mm.
It's such
It's like especially like foreign countries, they're all
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, what's the places in Australia? Like,
whenever you get into
Melbourne
Ubers, you're like,
or
oh yeah, we're from
Sydney.
Canberra. They're like,
where is that?
where?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the capital.
Yes.
It's the capital.
Yes.
And yeah, there's so much that's like, oh, nothing comes from Canberra, or it's like very small.
Dude.
So
Tim-O-Matic. Tim-O-Matic came from Canberra.
but yeah, I feel like I'm like we should work to change that
Mm.
because
We'll come out of Canberra.
we can
We can.
rep our home city. our
Mm.
hometown.
Mm.
Yeah,
Cool. You
that's
know,
how I feel.
but I think we're all good. I'm all good, Ryan. How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah, I feel busy, but I feel like I'm not as busy as I could be.
Yeah.
Like I'm not working as hard as I could be, but I feel like I am.
So do you want to change that?
I want to, do more.
Good.
But
Do it.
yeah, thanks, man.
Let's
I
get
will do
fur
it.
and then do it.
Okay, I will do it.
Sweet.
Yeah, Andy and I are working on some designs after
Oh
this.
yes, this is exciting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, some
When are you meeting up with him?
like right after this.
Does he want to come to lunch?
Yeah, I think he might come to lunch.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Bring him to lunch.
I'll message him.
I wonder what Rob's doing.
Ask him to come to lunch.
Ask him to come.
Let's just invite all of Project One.
Yeah.
Anyone want to come to lunch?
Well, Amanda's
Lunch.
probably going to Sydney because she is in Hip Hop Nation,
Yes.
which is she's being very careful
Yeah.
going to Sydney,
Mm.
traveling up.
She's going to be wearing a mask, I hope.
Yeah, she definitely
will be.
is.
Good.
And I think there's even people at the like officials at the actual battle
To make
that
sure.
will make sure no
Yeah.
one is touching at
Good.
all.
Good.
That's good.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
yeah. So Hip Hop Nation is like it's like a battle league up in Sydney that Amanda's been doing. That
It's
she
been lasting for ages now.
yeah, it's been lasting for ages because they had to postpone everything
Yeah.
because
because of the whole situation.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
Sick.
Well, I think Ryan, are you ready to wrap it up? now?
Yes, I am ready.
Sweet. Let's wrap it up.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You wrap it up.
Are
for
you
me,
ready,
Ryan.
Jade?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, get ready. This is my wrap up rap.
Wrap up.
All
Rap.
right, welcome. No, I'm not gonna
Oh,
wrap it.
damn,
I-
dude. I was pumped.
It sounded like I
I
had
was
something
pumped,
ready, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Okay, so
This is just the wrap up.
thank you guys for watching. I was about to say thank you guys for watching so much,
Thank you.
which I
so
guess
much.
that kind of works.
Thank you
okay.
so much.
Thank you so much for watching.
watching.
We really appreciate you guys continuing to watch and support. Shout out to Jacob for your comment on the last episode.
Shout out, Jacob. We saw it.
We saw your
We saw
comment.
your comment.
You know,
Love you,
we
man.
haven't had the segment that's just comments for a long time because we haven't got
had
any comments. But Jacob, we appreciate you, man. Yeah, shout out. And yeah, you guys can follow us on Instagram at Project One Official. Follow us on Facebook.
Yep.
Or like us on Facebook. No,
Like
follow
us
us.
on Facebook.
And then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Project One, youtube.com/Project One Official, or the Project One podcast channel. And yeah, you can follow us on TikTok. I guess we don't
Yeah.
post that much, but
No,
you can.
we should.
Yeah.
We should.
And if you guys want to get in contact with either me or Josh, you can follow me at ryan.rt.
And you can follow me at Josh_page7.
And again, Jade at Jade Schmutter.
Yes.
SCH.
MUTT. Yeah.
Woo!
Boom.
Done.
Boom.
Awesome.
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching,
again.
guys.
And we'll see you in the next episode with Amanda.
Amanda.
Our
Ooh.
final
Our final
Project One
interview.
interview.
Yes.
And then we'll
Sweet.
go back to just,
normal
just some-
episodes.
just some chatting,
other
yeah.
topics.
some other topics.
Sweet. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
This has been Project One.
signing
Signing
out. You
out.
forgot it, Jay,
You
didn't you?
forgot it, Jade.
That's okay. Try it again. This has
Okay.
been Project One.
Signing
Signing
out.
out.
Oh, we forgot to do something, Josh.
What did we forget?
Do you,
Is it?
do you remember?
Is it your?
Do you remember?
I'm trying to remember.
I actually don't know.
Sure. You don't remember, do you?
Oh,
Do you remember?
no!
Do you
I remember
now?
you saying something.
Wait, no, it was on Jason's episode,
Yeah.
and I had to trigger something, and then we would. What? What was
You
it?
can't
remember?
I don't remember it. I know what you're talking about though. I remember
Alright.
you saying something.
All right, it's okay. Well, it'll happen next time.
It'll happen next
You
time.
just gotta wait
Okay.
for the next time.
Ah!
Yeah, was it that? You didn't get scared at all.
Damn it!
Damn it!
What?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, wrapping
Anyway.
it up.
This has been Project One.
Guys, I'm
Signing out.
Signing out. Oh my god.
Was that what it was?